It's Nigel with his P3S and with the
0 meters altitude, 0 meters distance. Recording
basically,
started.
I'm going to be building a garage.
100% battery.
There's a 35-foot caravan that's been standing where my garage is going to be, and so this is just going to show a little bit of a problem I had. As you can see, she's sitting on blocks because the wheels, the tyres had collapsed under her. She'd been standing for about 12 years in the same spot, and when we tried moving her, the tyres gave out, so I've had to block her up and take the wheels off, which are under repair. You can see the dirt there is where we had to dig out underneath to actually get the wheels off. So yeah, she looks bad, but she's not actually. The Caravan is very good condition. It's just that we didn't look after the wheels for 12 years.
2 meters
and basically
altitude,
they sank into
12
the ground.
meters
We didn't
distance,
stand her on concrete
97% battery.
Anyway, just take a little trip round her. You can see the shadow of the P3S as I'm taking it round. And this is free flight. I'm not doing it by hand or anything. This is free flying her. So this is me doing it. So yeah, as you see, I'm walking behind her. As you can see by the shadow. So it's a 35-foot by 12-foot caravan. Very nice condition inside. But like I say, the wheels collapsed underneath it, so they're just off the repair now. She's leaning over because the ground is actually not level there, so it's not the fault of the caravan, it's the ground that's actually got an incline. So anyway, that's the caravan. Beautiful sunny day after such a long winter we've had. So terrible winter we've had.
2 meters altitude, 24 meters distance, 94% battery.
You know, it's terrible. So anyway, so that's her. That's the caravan. She's got to be moved down to next to the river where I've got my yachts, and then that will provide a nice little guest home and come barbecue station. So I've got a barbecue down there. Over there you can see where the blocks and the ground is where she stood. So we'll just miss the post. So that's an old lamp post that used to stand. So that's where she used to be. And yeah, you can just see my drive. That's my drive. Yeah, it's a long one. So yeah, can be a bit of a pain in the winter when it gets wet and everything. Anyway, there's the area where the caravan used to stand. So you can see it's set down.
3 meters altitude, 21 meters distance,
yeah, so
90% battery.
Getting her out, but she came. So just got to renew those wheels. Yeah. So anyway, right. So I think just coming up to where I'm going to go up and have a look around. So yeah, just another look. It's not so easy moving these caravans when they've been standing for a long time, you know. So anyway, it's a bit of a clean up. Right, so let's see what we can do. So up we go. Turn around. Let's go and have a look at matey, my next door neighbour who's building his house. Let's see if we can
17 meters altitude, 22 meters distance, 86% battery.
As you can see, the trees are just starting to come alive again. And yeah, so that's Vistus. That's our new neighbour, and he's building his own house. Just come back from the UK to Latvia. So we'll just go over and have a little look. So he knows I'm above him, so he knows I'm videoing. So I'm not so rude as to intrude on people. So yeah. While I could hear he shouted hello, so yeah. It's not a bad little place to have a
28
house,
meters
got,
altitude,
close to the river.
75
And,
meters
it can
distance,
always
82%
have access to
battery.
the river through my place anyway. So, okay, let's pan on out. And this is the damper end of Ventspils, where there's a lot of residential development going on. A lot of land for sale. It's not cheap, it's quite expensive, but of course you've got the river and you've got so much available around. So you can see that's just my front garden. So 14,000 square meters I've got, so 3.5 acres basically, and about 50-55% of it is in front of the house. So I got a large amount. So anyway, we're going out towards
47 meters altitude,
the main
111 meters distance, 77% battery.
Actually, but we won't get that far because it's about 3 kilometers, 3-4 kilometers from where I am. So anyway, just passing over the new, you can see the houses being built, the new development. Nice little properties, you know, it's a nice little area to be. And once a few more houses have got in, and yeah, it's gonna be a good place to be. So yeah. So we're getting close to the Caldega Road, which is the main road from the town of Ventspils through to Caldega, and getting close to it. These are all old kitchen gardens and this sort of thing. So okay, there we go. There's the main Caldega, Ventspils
114 meters altitude, 757 meters distance, 72% battery.
Land that is the edge of the airport now. So, but the airport's rarely used, so we don't really have much problem flying near it. And the manager is a friend of mine anyway, so I know when things are happening. So we're flying out over the land, and yeah. So let's turn around and start to come back. I should really have turned the camera up a touch. I had difficulty seeing the screen on the tablet because even with the sunshade and anti-glare screen on it, it's still difficult to see in sunlight. So anyway, so
129 meters altitude, 917 meters distance, 67% battery.
I think this flight we got to about 1,000 meters. So this is coming up to Rauda Street. It's quite a popular street, this one, for building on. It's nice. It leads straight off the end down a dirt track straight to the river. So I actually used to fly my model aeroplanes here, but of course with the building work going on now, it's cut it. So this left. No, sorry. Yeah, carry on. This is actually the area I used to fly now, where they're building.
89 meters altitude, 327 meters distance, 63% battery.
We've got the old railway line used to run along there. As you can see, the ground is still there for the railway line. And now we turn left onto Meader Street, which is my street. Now we're coming over my land, and as you can see, my house is quite deep in, but it's I got quite an extent of land. So, and here I remember when flying, I couldn't actually see the model, even though it's directly above me, because it's right bang in the sun. So I had to listen for it and then bring her down, and till I could actually see the model itself.
69 meters altitude, 3 meters distance,
and I had to let
58% battery.
I left her in auto land until I saw it, and then cancelled the auto land. So you'll see her stop shortly. She'll just stop momentarily, and then there you are. I've just cancelled the auto land, and now I'm going to bring her in. So that's my barn, which is actually a big store at the moment. So so I'll bring her in down, and that's my old Belarus tractor, 1980 I think it is. So she's quite old. The containers are from
16 meters altitude, 10 meters distance, 55% battery.
Well, living on the river, why not have a boat, you know? So no point in living on the river unless you fish or boat. So right, so brought her down. I think I'm about 2 or 3 meters off the ground. So yeah, let's go across into what we call the park, which is where I practice basically manually flying around the trees and things. So yeah. Right, here we go. So let's go in amongst the trees.
2 meters altitude, 10 meters distance.
I find it good
51% battery.
Flying, you know, amongst the trees, and just, you know, sort of manoeuvring around them. Even if it's stop-start, it doesn't matter. It gives you practice in actually bringing the model round, putting it in the actual direction you want. It teaches coordination. It teaches how to be in control and not just react to what the model does. I know the Phantom actually virtually flies itself. You know, it's got the auto hover, it's got all this stay in position and return to home and everything. But it's nice to actually be able to fly it yourself and to determine where it's going to go, what it's going to do, up, down, left, right,
2 meters
forward,
altitude,
back,
44 meters
as you
distance,
determine,
46%
not
battery.
as the model sort of does, and then you react, which tends to be what most new pilots do, whether it's a Phantom or a Hummer or a Zlin or you know, whatever model it is. It doesn't matter what flying model it is. New pilots tend to react to what the model does instead of making sure the model does what you tell it to do. Okay, let's land. Manual landing. Boom, down we go, and she'll shut off.